Hi, my name is Turnbull, and I'm going to be talking to you about basketball. Hi. Many of you have played basketball before. It is important to realize the importance of shooting a three-point shot. When you're losing in a basketball game and you're trying to catch up to the other team's score, you want to make sure that you are hitting your shots. It's important because three-point shots are worth 3, and everything else is worth 2. So that's how you can help your team catch up the game. The first critical element of a three-point shot. Make sure your toes are behind the line, and you want to move. Your arms are important. Make sure your arms are above your head. Holding the ball. The first hand is supporting the weight of the ball, and the other hand is basically just stabilizing the ball. And both of them need to work together throughout the shot. So now that your feet are behind the line, you got your hands in the right place. Raise the other head so it's easier to shoot above the defender, and so that you get that arch on the ball as the ball is coming down. Make sure it's more accurate. So you get that. And the next important aspect is the fall. After you release the ball, you want to make sure that it's backspin so that when it hits the rim, it doesn't just bounce off all crazy. That it's controlled and you increase your chance of the ball going in. So certain ways you can practice this are just hold your arms up, make sure your elbows are bent, both your elbows above your head. And you can practice by just putting backspin like this. And in a classroom, the students can try that as well. And that'll help them improve their technique. So you want to make sure you have nice backspin on the ball. Alright, after you get your hands and your arms moving down pat, the next thing you want to work on is when you release the ball, and your eyes are on the hoop the whole time. If you take your eyes off the hoop and put them on the ball throughout your shot, you could switch up your shot a little bit, and that'll cause you to miss some shots. So it's important to do that. Alright, after you get the arms, make sure you're always looking at the hoop. You want to make sure, of course, your feet are behind the line, but also your lower body, that your knees are bent, so that you have an extra spring to release the ball and give it a little more power, so that you're basically the whole body's working together throughout this movement in order for you to make this basket. So you want to bend your knees, feet behind the line, and bend your hips, and you want to spring up. As whenever you're at the highest point, you want to release the ball and make sure that when you come down, you land on both your feet, so you avoid an injury. Certain ways you can have your students practice this are certain squats. You squat with the ball. You could work on shooting. Just line up the kids, have some of the kids under the hoop rebounding. Make sure that everyone's on task. It's important. It's easy to become off task whenever you have all these balls bouncing and everyone's having a good time. So it's important for the teacher to make sure everyone's on task. Whenever you're springing off your feet, you want to make sure that you have balance. Balance is key. Because if you're off balance, it's going to mess up your shot, mess up all your technique. Technique is important in basketball because shooting technique is the most important aspect of basketball. Because if you can't shoot the ball, you're not going to get the ball quickly. Alright, so we have this squat down, and you want to make sure your balance is good. Certain ways you can practice balance. One-footed squats. You could hop on one foot, make sure your body's always ready. And you could make sure your feet are about shoulder width apart, and you want to spring up. So I'll show you this one in motion. Spring up, shoot the ball. Alright, so once you get the balance down and you jump, you want to make sure that follow through is good too. One of the key aspects of basketball is the mindset. You want to make sure that you're mentally prepared for the game. I know even in big basketball games with key players, if they don't have encouragement from their teammates and if the crowd's booing them, it could really mess up their game. And once they start making a whole bunch of shots, their encouragement goes up, everything mentally just increases, so their shooting percentage increases. So you can work on encouragement in the classroom, make sure everyone's on task, in the right mindset, I guess. So now that you understand the importance of having your whole body working to formulate this shot, make sure it's as accurate as possible. You want to make sure that you're taking smart shots in basketball. You want to make sure they're open shots, that you're able to shoot above the defender. That's another reason why you want to release the highest point, so it's harder for the defender to to reach the ball. So in conclusion, you want to make sure that your students work on their balance, certain coordination like technique of shooting the ball, work on that backspin, you can work on squats, lower body, so they are held into the air, and you could even just work on the shooting of a three-point shot. It's definitely a skill that you need to practice, and you can increase, no matter who you are, all children could increase the skill. And you can even formulate this into a game. Set up a certain point system where if they make a certain amount of shots, then they win, and you can encourage them, make sure that their attitude is positive. I think by working on a three-point shot, these students can gain a better knowledge of the game of basketball, and they might even be inspired by this, and they could want to play basketball. It's a fun sport, and any child can do it.